Every rep, every drop of sweat, every ounce of pain. It's not just training your body, it's building your future. Strength isn't something you find, it's something you unleash, and today we're not here to be average. We're here to unlock the beast inside. What if I told you that the version of yourself you dream of, the stronger, faster, unstoppable version, is already inside you? The only question is, are you willing to break the limits, push past the pain, and unleash it? Strength always starts before your hands ever touch the weights. It starts in your mind. The battle is won or lost long before you even walk through the gym doors. If your mind is weak, your body will follow. But if your mind is set, your body has no choice but to obey. That's why the decision you make in your head is the most powerful rep you'll ever take. Every day, you wake up with two voices fighting inside you. One tells you to stay comfortable, stay in bed, take it easy. The other whispers that you're built for more, that you are not made to be average, that today is another chance to prove yourself. The voice you choose to listen to will determine the strength you unleash. Mental strength is not something you're born with. It's something you train, just like muscles. Mind has to be pushed, stretched, and challenged. Every time you choose to go to the gym when you don't feel like it, every time you refuse to quit mid-set, you are training your mental strength. That strength becomes your greatest weapon. When the weights get heavy, your body screams for rest, but your mind decides whether you stop or push through. The strongest athletes in the world aren't just physically powerful. They've built an iron mindset that refuses to give in. Their bodies became strong because their minds became unshakable first. Think about the last time you felt like quitting. Maybe it was during a brutal workout, or maybe it was in life when things got tough. The truth is, in those moments, your body could have gone further, but your mind gave up first. If you can learn to train your mind not to quit, your body will follow and grow stronger than ever. Strength in the mind is about vision. You have to see yourself stronger before you ever get there. You have to imagine the person you're becoming and hold that vision even when you're tired, even when no one else believes in you. Your mind paints the picture and your body builds it rep by rep. Distractions will come, excuses will knock at your door every single day, but mental strength is choosing to say no to the easy path and yes to the path that challenges you. That choice repeated over and over is what builds not only a strong body but also a strong character. When your mindset shifts from I can't to I will, everything changes. You no longer approach the weights with fear, but with fire. You stop seeing challenges as obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. That's the true power of mental strength. It transforms how you see the world. The strongest people aren't the ones who never feel doubt. They're the ones who feel it and still move forward. Strength is not the absence of fear. It's the mastery of it. Every time you walk into the gym, you have a choice to strengthen your body and your belief in yourself. So remember this. The first rep doesn't start with your arms, your chest, or your legs. It starts with your mind. If your mind is locked in, there is no weight too heavy, no set too long, no obstacle too great. Master your mind, and you will unleash a strength in your body and your life that no one can take from you. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. Without discipline, strength remains just a dream, but with it, you carve that dream into reality rep by rep. In the gym, discipline is what separates those who wish for results from those who grind until results become their reality. When you step into the gym, nobody else can lift those weights for you. Nobody else can run those miles. For you, discipline means showing up regardless of how you feel. It means refusing to let laziness, excuses, or temporary emotions control your actions. Discipline makes sure the work gets done even when motivation fades. Motivation is temporary. It's the spark that gets you started, but discipline, that's the engine that keeps you going long after the spark has burned out. There will be days when you don't feel motivated, but discipline will drag you out of bed, lace your shoes, and push you under the bar. That's when transformation begins. Discipline in the gym teaches you how to master your body, but more than that, it teaches you how to master your life. When you train your body to follow through no matter how heavy the weight feels, you train your mind to follow through no matter how heavy life feels. That's real strength. Think about the times you wanted to quit early, to stop at 8 reps instead of 10, to skip that cardio session because you were tired. Discipline is that inner voice that says, no, finish what you started. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you are chiseling away the weaker version of yourself. Consistency is the child of discipline. Anybody can work hard for a day, maybe even a week, but only discipline will keep you consistent for months, for years, until you look back and don't even recognize the old you. Discipline turns ordinary people into legends. Discipline doesn't care about how you feel. It cares about who you're becoming. The weights don't ask if you're tired. The treadmill doesn't ask if you had a rough day. They just sit there waiting for your discipline to show up. That's why every time you step into the gym, you're proving to yourself that you control your actions, not your feelings. The truth is, discipline isn't glamorous. It's not flashy. It's waking up early, sticking to your diet, pushing through sets, sweating when no one is watching. But in the silence of that discipline, greatness is built. People will one day look at your transformation and call it impressive, but only you will know how much discipline it took. Discipline also gives you freedom. The freedom to live in a body you're proud of, the freedom to push without limits, the freedom to know you've built yourself into someone who can't be broken. That's a reward far greater than comfort ever could give you. So when you think about unleashing your strength, remember this. It won't come from a single workout or a single burst of energy. It comes from the disciplined choice you make every single day. Discipline is the muscle that builds all other muscles. Master it, and you master yourself. Perfect. Let's expand *** Keynote 3. Master mental resilience ** into 10 powerful, no-nonsense paragraphs in that gym. Motivation style. Strength isn't just in your muscles. It starts in your mind. If your mind is weak, your body will give up long before it has to. But when you build mental resilience, you train yourself to push past limits you once thought were impossible. The gym is not just about lifting weights, it's about lifting your mindset to a higher level. Every time you step under a heavy bar, your mind screams, "This is too much." But mental resilience is what tells your body, "One more rep. You can handle this." That inner dialogue determines everything. Champions are not the ones who never feel doubt, they are the ones who refuse to let doubt win. Pain is part of the process. Your muscles burn, your lungs scream, sweat drips into your eyes, and everything inside you wants to stop. But mental resilience says, stay in the fire. This is where growth happens. Pain doesn't break the strong. It builds them. The gym becomes your battlefield, and resilience is your weapon. Life will test you outside the gym, just like weights test you inside. You will face setbacks, losses, disappointments. But when you've built mental resilience under the iron, you learn how to keep standing when life tries to knock you down. You realize strength isn't about avoiding hardship, it's about thriving in it. Think about the days when you wanted to quit, when progress felt slow, when you questioned why you were even doing this. Mental resilience is what keeps you showing up when results haven't yet appeared. It's the voice that says, trust the process. Keep going. Your breakthrough is coming. Resilience is forged through repetition. Just like muscles grow under resistance, the mind grows under struggle. The more you expose yourself to challenges, the tougher you become. You don't avoid difficulty. You embrace it because you know every battle makes you stronger than the last. Resilience also means bouncing back from failure. You'll miss lifts, you'll hit plateaus, you'll stumble along the way. But resilience doesn't let failure define you. It says, good. Now we rise again, stronger than before. Every setback becomes a setup for a greater comeback. Your mental resilience creates your identity. It separates those who fold under pressure from those who shine in it. When others quit, resilience is what makes you keep grinding, keep hustling, keep lifting. That's why people respect the disciplined and the relentless. They see resilience written in your actions. In the gym, resilience isn't just about lifting weights. It's about lifting yourself higher every time you get knocked down. It's about proving that your will is unshakable. That's what gives you the edge, not just in training, but in life. So remember this, muscles may fade, but a resilient mind can't be broken. If you master mental resilience, no obstacle can stop you, no pain can break you, and no failure can define you. That's when you stop just working out, and you start becoming unstoppable. Discipline is the silent weapon of every champion. It's not flashy, it's not glamorous, but it's what makes the difference between those who quit and those who conquer. In the gym, discipline means you show up when your body screams no, when your mind begs for comfort, when nobody is watching to applaud you. That's where strength is carved. Discipline strips away the excuses. You don't wait until you feel like it, because feelings are unreliable. You act because the plan demands it. The disciplined lifter doesn't ask if today is convenient. He knows every rep builds freedom, every set builds control, every drop of sweat buys results. Freedom might sound like the opposite of discipline, but in reality, discipline is the only path to true freedom. When you control yourself in the gym, you gain control over your body, your habits, and your future. You're no longer a slave to laziness or impulse. You're free because you command yourself. Each early morning you get up, each workout you grind through, each clean meal you choose over junk, it all sharpens the edge of your discipline. That edge cuts through weakness, it cuts through hesitation, and it cuts through the chains holding you back. Discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Everyone has goals. Everyone wants to look strong, to be powerful, to transform. But goals without discipline are just wishes, and wishes don't lift weights. Wishes don't build muscle. Wishes don't give you the body and mindset you're chasing. In the gym, discipline is repetition. It's the thousands of squats, the endless push-ups, the heavy pulls, the boring but necessary stretches. Over and over until your body has no choice but to adapt. The disciplined athlete turns monotony into mastery. Discipline also teaches patience. You don't transform overnight. You don't gain power after one workout or see abs after one diet. But when you commit to discipline, you learn to trust the process. You learn that slow progress beats fast quitting. Without discipline, your potential stays locked away. You could have been great, but inconsistency keeps you average. Discipline is the key that unlocks the beast within, the stronger version of yourself that only shows up when you demand consistency. Discipline builds respect, not just from others, but from yourself. When you stick to your word, when you keep promises to yourself, you build trust in your own ability. That trust is priceless because it fuels every rep, every grind, every step forward. And the truth is, discipline is freedom because it gives you the power to choose your destiny. Without it, you live controlled by impulses and laziness. With it, you control your body, your habits, and your life. The iron doesn't lie. Discipline creates freedom, and freedom makes you unstoppable. Pain is the great separator. It's the wall that stands between who you are right now and who you're destined to become. Most people run from it. They fear it. They convince themselves it's a signal to stop. But in reality, pain is the teacher that shapes legends. The burn in your muscles, the ache in your body, it's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you're alive, pushing past limits and forcing growth. When you feel that fire in your chest during a heavy set, your body is sending you a message. This is where the transformation begins. Too many walk away at that very moment. They rack the weight, they stop the run, they cut the set short. But those who endure, the ones who dig deeper instead of backing down, unlock a level of strength most people will never experience. Pain is not punishment, it's progress. Think about it, every champion you admire didn't get there by staying comfortable. They embraced the soreness, the struggle, and the sacrifice. They didn't complain about the hurt. They welcomed it as proof they were on the right path. Every rep that hurt, every session that left them crawling out of the gym, that was the birthplace of greatness. Without pain, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no strength. In life, just like in the gym, the moments that hurt the most often teach you the most. You don't grow when everything is easy. You grow when you keep going even though your body screams at you to stop. That's the test. That's the point where ordinary people quit and extraordinary people rise. Pain builds patience. It teaches you discipline. It forces you to respect the process instead of rushing the outcome. And when you learn to endure, to breathe through the burn, you discover something powerful. You are far stronger than you ever believed. Pain becomes proof of your progress. It shows you that you are no longer the same person who walked into the gym last week or last month. Enduring pain isn't just about surviving it. It's about leaning into it with the mindset that it's your ally. Every squat that makes your legs shake, every set that leaves you gasping for breath, every moment you want to quit but don't. That pain is literally sculpting you into the person you said you wanted to be. That's the exchange. You give pain your effort, and in return it gives you growth. When you feel the pain, don't run from it. Don't try to numb it or avoid it. Instead, lean in, push harder, say to yourself, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be. Because growth doesn't live in comfort, it lives in the fire. The stronger you get, the more pain you will have to endure, but the reward is always worth it. Look at the barbell. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care how tired you are. It only responds to effort and pain endured. The iron is honest, and when you embrace the struggle, when you welcome the grind, you begin to respect the journey in a way that comfort can never provide. Every scar, every ache, every sore muscle tells a story. It's the story of someone who chose to fight instead of fold. Someone who decided that pain wasn't the end, it was the beginning of something greater. Your transformation won't happen in comfort. It will happen in sweat, soreness, and suffering. That's the reality of growth. So the next time pain shows up, remember, it's not your enemy. It's your guide. It's telling you, keep going. You're on the right track. Endure it. Embrace it. Because inside that pain lives the strength, the power, and the version of you that the world is waiting to see. Keynote 6 was ****. Consistency is the true strength. Strength isn't built in a single workout. It isn't forged in one intense session where you push yourself to the max. Real strength is created in the quiet, repetitive commitment of showing up again and again, day after day, no matter how you feel. Consistency is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. The gym doesn't reward the occasional effort, it rewards the relentless. Anyone can show up when motivation is high, when the music is pumping and energy is overflowing, but what about the days you don't feel like it? The mornings when you're tired, sore, or unmotivated, that's when true strength is tested. The act of showing up, even when everything inside you screams not to, is what builds champions. That's consistency. It's discipline disguised as repetition. Every rep adds up. Every drop of sweat counts. Skipping a day might feel small in the moment, but small cracks lead to broken foundations. The body you want, the power you seek, the transformation you're chasing, it doesn't come from random bursts of effort. It comes from stacking brick after brick, rep after rep, until the wall of strength stands unshakable. Think about it like this. A single drop of water doesn't carve stone, but over time, with steady pressure, even the hardest rock breaks. That's the power of consistency. It's not about doing everything perfectly in one moment. It's about doing the simple, often boring, unglamorous work every single day until it becomes who you are. Consistency transforms effort into identity. At first, going to the gym feels like something you have to force yourself to do. But if you stay consistent, it becomes a habit, and eventually it becomes a part of you. Your lifestyle, your standard, your non-negotiable. That's when you know you've unlocked true power, because the effort is no longer optional. It's automatic. The strongest bodies and the sharpest minds are built by people who simply refuse to quit. They weren't always the most talented or gifted, but they mastered consistency. They showed up when others stayed home. They pushed through plateaus when others gave up. And over time, their results compounded into greatness. Consistency is not glamorous. It doesn't get applause. Nobody is cheering for you when you choose chicken and rice over junk food, or when you wake up at 5 a.m. them to train, but those choices, stacked over months and years, create results so undeniable that the world can't ignore them. That's the reward of staying consistent. Even when progress feels slow, even when the mirror doesn't immediately reflect your effort, consistency ensures that change is happening beneath the surface. Muscles are repairing, strength is building, discipline is hardening. The results may not appear overnight, but they are inevitable when you refuse to quit. Consistency is the bridge between goals and results. Without it, your goals remain dreams. With it, your dreams become reality. It doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. You don't have to be the fastest, the strongest, or the most talented. You just have to refuse to stop. So commit to consistency. Show up when it's hard. Show up when it's boring. Show up when it hurts. Because in the end, consistency is not just about building muscle, it's about building character. And once you master that, nothing in the gym or in life will ever be out of your reach.